And while Career Tech is fairly new at offering firefighter training, Oklahoma State University has been doing it for more than 50 years. And that's where Lawrence Hillman picks up the story.
I'm Lawrence Hillman here at the Oklahoma State University training site, where volunteers and full-time firefighters from all across the state are trained. It began back in the 1930s.
Well, fire service training has been providing training for the rural firefighter and also metropolitan firefighters for many, many years.
Ralph Brown is the director of fire service training at Oklahoma State University. The program training more than 30,000 firefighters throughout the state each year.
No, it's up here.
We do a great deal of our training. Probably 90% of our training is away from Stillwater. And we do that with the mobile training simulators that are mounted on trailers, equipment that firefighters will use in their training, and we go out to the local level, to the local fire department, and provide training for the rural firefighters that cannot to Stillwater because they work during the day and they need to be there to protect their communities.
A full-time commitment from the volunteer that's often challenging. Bob Allen heads the fire service certification.
The challenge that we run into with volunteers, and we need to keep in mind that a volunteer is tasked with the same thing as someone that is paid to do that job. They are receiving training that interrupts their lifestyle, puts hardships on their family, so it's but love and dedication to make sure that they're achieving greatness in what they're doing.
Steve George is Assistant Director of OSU's Fire Service Training.
Safety of any profession really starts with training, with that person's knowledge and their understanding of the hazards of the job and how to avoid those hazards, how to work around those hazards. And this training is really the base to allowing those firefighters to know how to job safely. The needs of the job are consistently changing as technology changes in our environment.
Fulfilling a call of duty is keeping Oklahoma in the limelight of fire safety. Officials here expect this to be a busy year as firefighters prepare for what could be a very stressful fire season.
And thank you both. To see what else is being done to help rural firefighters, just head to our website and click on Value Added. Well, some may think that biking 400 miles across the state doesn't sound like a vacation, but for these cycling enthusiasts and the small Oklahoma towns they visit along the way, the long miles and longer hours are just part of the fun. Lawrence Hillman has our story.
It's a trip back home for John Orndorff. A 400-mile ride, all on his bike.
It's a lot of fun, and it's a chance for me to come back to Oklahoma after a 27-year absence.
One of the 850 cyclists taking part of Oklahoma Free Wheel, a 30-year-old event that brings riders from all across the country to pedal and push through Oklahoma's terrain.
It's pretty good all the way around. It's a little hillier than we thought, and today it's quite a bit windier than we like. But overall, it's been a good ride.
As bikers travel from town to town, you can see flash and flare, from high-tech cyclist gear to more down-home wear. These riders all have their own style. But it's Jerry Nebel's bike everyone seems to be talking about.
The model bit is called the Triplet by Santana. That's the manufacturer of it. It's a titanium bike with a powder-coated finish, a little crushed mother of pearl in there, and some flames on the back. It's a 4-color fade going front to back, and it's pretty much a custom bike to me and two women that ride with me quite a bit.
Jerry is a 10-year veteran of Free Wheel and says it's become a summer tradition.
Even if I was injured or some other reason I wasn't able to ride, I would come and do Free Wheel and just assist by carrying people and stuff like that.
Making this week-long ride more than just exercise. It's a time to develop friendships and enjoy the good home cooking and the festivities the small towns have to offer. And for one freewheeler, that is his last go-around.
I love it, especially when they really have the so-called pride of ownership in the communities, and you can tell that it's really there. And just like this community, they've turned out to really make this a success and to stop a success.
Dr. Tom has ridden every mile since Freewell first began, enjoying the scenery and seeing the small Oklahoma town. Just 30 miles north of Stillwater is Perry, Oklahoma. This is the 4th overnight stop in this year's ride. An historic restaurant owner, Mary, says her city takes pride in the riders being here.
Economically, it's great because they tour our town. A lot of them have never been to Perry. We get to show off Perry Pride. We get to show off what we've got. For a small town, we've got an awful lot.
Bringing dollars to a town like Perry is always a plus. But former Mayor Edsel Emdy says you never know who may ride through.
We probably will pick up a few people of this that come through here, see this, and that are impressed, and maybe they want to start a business here, economic development.
Making this ride as much about the health of small town Oklahoma as the health of the cyclists. Reporting for Oklahoma Horizon, I'm Lawrence Hillman.
Well, one Oklahoma man's struggle to live a normal life is getting easier these days. After years of blindness, he is regaining lost independence through technology. Lawrence Hillman reports.
Question. Space.
Steve Herrera finds typing a little bit easier these days, despite being blind.
Adaptive devices that they have out there, it's possible for me to use a computer again. It just amazes me what new inventions they come up with next.
Herrera literally lost his sight overnight and has been blind for over a decade. Thanks to new technology and a program called AbleTech, his life has become much easier.
The items that they offer are things that help me be much more independent in life, to where I don't have to wait for someone to look at something for me or to do it visually. I can do it for myself.
And independence made possible by technology that wasn't even available just 2 short years ago.
Assistive technology can be items from wheelchairs to specialized software loaded on computers to help people with any type of disability. It can be a really low-end device. It can be all the way up to really robust systems that are quite expensive to very low range in cost.
Brenda Dawes is the director of Oklahoma AbleTech and says the agency now supports 8 locations around Oklahoma that helps the disabled and their family.
Assistive technology, having access to it, allows people with disabilities, but not only people with disabilities, but their caretakers, their family members, teachers, even people without disabilities that want to learn more or have someone in mind that has a disability.
AbleTech has invested over $400,000 into various types of assistive technology for Oklahomans and helping people like Steve start employment.
I'm working towards starting employment, which has been my ultimate goal since I lost my sight.
Small changes that can lead to big differences in people's lives.